Good morning, children. So, in the last two videos, this is the third video of the revision of chapter, the last lesson. We have read who was friends, why he was not willing to go to school, what he saw on the way, and why he was afraid of Hamel, what unusual things he had seen, okay, and what news he got or what news has been announced by Hamel in the class. So let's continue. Just then the writer heard his name called. It was his turn to recite the rules of participles, but he could not. He was very nervous, but Hamel said that he would not scold him as he was sure that Franz was feeling terrible himself. So, when Franz's turn came to recite the rules of participle, he had become nervous. But this time, Hamel didn't scold him, okay? Though Franz was feeling very much terrible. He had postponed his learning and now there was no chance of learning French. Now he would be questioned on his identity of a Frenchman. So, what the teacher told that the students keep on postponing their learning, that still they have time, tomorrow they will do it. Tomorrow, then tomorrow, next day, tomorrow, every time. This might be happen to you also. That every time you just keep on postponing, that still you have much time. I'll do my work tomorrow, then when tomorrow comes, next day, then again next day. So there is no end to it. In the same way, Franz thought that he has plenty of time to learn his language, but now the day has come that he would not be able to learn his own language. So now he would be questioned on his identity of being a Frenchman. So he thought that he would not be able to know his own language. Someone who would never speak nor write his own language, that he would be called a Frenchman, but he don't know how to speak and how to write his own language, and that is really a shameful for him. But Hamel blamed everyone for the situation. But Hamel was very kind and he was very true teacher also. So he didn't blame only students, but he blamed everyone. Let's see to whom he blamed. He felt that Friend's parents were not keen that he study. On the contrary, they preferred that he would he worked to earn a little more money. He blamed himself for sending friends often to water his flowers instead of having him learn his lessons. So he is not blamed only children or friends. He blamed his parents, because parents never want their children to go to school. They want them to work in the field. At the same time, he blamed himself also, because many times he sent friends and other children like him to water the plants. He was sorry for giving them a day off when he wanted to go fishing. And he also felt sorry that whenever he wanted to go for fishing, he had given them holiday off. So he felt sorry that it's not only the students to be blamed. Teacher as well as parents are to be blamed equally. Hamel added that the French language was the most beautiful language in the world. He had just praised his language, that French language is the most beautiful language in the world. It was the clearest and the most logical. Thus, it had to be guarded. When people are enslaved, their language is like the key to their prison. So he just told that you should protect your own language. If you are enslaved, if you have become captive, so you can be free if you know your own language. Then he opened a grammar book and read a lesson to the class. Friends was surprised to see how well he understood it. So when that day when M. Hamel explained them a topic at that time, Franz was surprised that really it was so easy to understand each and everything. It seemed so simple. This was because he had never listened so carefully. So he now friends remember that the teacher might be teaching the same style, but he had never bothered. He had never paid attention in the class. And now when he come to know that from the very next day he is not going to learn his own mother tongue, French language, that day he had just attentively has listened the class and he understood it very well. And M. Hamel had never explained everything with so much patience. So you say that even M. Hamel has not explained him so patiently ever. It appeared that the teacher wanted to share all his knowledge before going away. So it seemed that poor M. Hamel, he wanted to give everything, whatever knowledge he had about his subject, about his language, he wanted to give everything to his children. After the grammar, they had a lesson in writing. M. Hamel gave them new copies on which was written in beautiful handwriting, Franz Elsa's, Franz Elsa's. So he had just distributed the copy in a very beautiful handwriting. What was written? Franz Elsa's, Franz Els. The copies looked like little flags in this classroom. Everyone started working very quietly with rapt attention. So no one was looking here and there, and they were attentively they were doing their work. Franz wondered whether the pigeons on the roof would be made to sing in German. So this is very important. So what he told, he thought that when the pigeons were cooing at that time, he thought that are Germans going to teach pigeons also to coo in the German language? So this means French thought that they can impose laws on human beings but not on animals and birds. Franz looked up and saw Am Hamel sitting motionless in his chair. It seemed as if he wanted to fix in his mind on everything in that little classroom. So he was sitting, MML was sitting motionless in the class, and he was gazing at each and everything as he wanted to just bore each and everything in his heart. He had been there for 40 years, and now it must break his heart to leave it all and the country the next day. So it's really very disheartening for him that he has given his 40 years of his life to the school, and all of a sudden and all of a sudden he has to leave. But he had decided to teach to the very last moment, but he had never given up. He thought to teach till the last moment. After the writing, they had a lesson in history. At the back of the room, Hauser put on his spectacles and held his primer. He tried to spell the letters with them. He was crying and his voice trembled with emotion. All of them felt equally emotional. Friends never forget that last lesson. So old Hauser has become emotional. He was crying at the same time he was pronouncing also, he was speaking also, was learning his language, and all of them had really become very emotional, and friends will never forget this last lesson. Then the church clock struck 12. The bell announced the time for prayer. They heard the trumpets of the Prussians returning from drill. Am Hamel stood up, but he could not talk as emotions choked him. So the church bell struck 12, so it was a time for the prayer, and the Prussian soldiers were just drilling. They were just coming from the drilling. Am Hamel was just full of emotions. So he wanted to speak something, but he couldn't. All he could do was to write Vive la France means on the blackboard. So what he wrote? He wrote Long live France. Vive la France. Then he took support of the wall and without a word he signaled to them to go. And his throat was choked. He was not able to speak anything, and with gestures he told that the class is dismissed, and he told everyone to go. Please children, again I am telling you, though I have just summarized the chapter, it's a humble request to read the chapter at once. Thank you.